Alright, remove the right front tire and the right front fender liner to gain access down here. Looks like the harness for the computer goes right through the firewall right there. I'm hoping to put the Terminator control module in the same spot. Yeah, there's lots going on down here. Looks like evaporative system that somebody has got rid of at some point. Some cut vacuum lines. Vacuum lines going nowhere. Vacuum lines cut. So somebody went to town at some point. Also, this is where the nitrous line was. It was running through here. Probably gonna move that since I'm just redoing the whole system apparently. That and the battery cable are run underneath the vehicle. I prefer them to go inside if I can. I don't want to tear anything up to do it, but I'll probably move both of those in the vehicle. But right now I'm gonna get to taking some of this stuff out that's already disabled. It's not doing anything. And try to get that harness out. And then move on inside, maybe take the computer out. But yeah, there's a lot of wiring I'll be able to get rid of, it looks like. The only one that I don't know where it goes at this point is this here, which goes over the transmission. It might be O2 sensors, maybe. I will have to do some searching to find that out. I'm not sure what that is. But yeah, I'm going to start clearing out some of this stuff that has been, well, disabled anyway. So this harness that I was just talking about up there goes down above the transmission, and that orange gasket you see right below that is the connector that it goes to, and then it's gonna be tough to see. No, maybe not. That round looking one looks like the reverse switch, but there is a bracket right here. It's not bolted to anything, and then that harness looks like it has seen better days. It's kind of wrapped around itself and zip tied, and it's pretty rough. So I may just pull this harness out and clean it up. I assume it's for vehicle speed. That's something I'm going to have to look up also. Well, I guess it's the same thing I was going to look up. But I think we found where it goes. And then it's in dire need of some love, at least. That was pretty painless considering it wasn't bolted in, but there's the end that was up in the fender. It's looking pretty good. Here's the bracket. I assume it goes to the back of the block. Then it rat's nests around itself. It was trying to be saved by a zip tie. Then it goes to the speed sensor. So we are gonna need to fix this and put it back in. But you know, I'm glad I found it now while I'm doing all this. So we'll get it back to new. Alright, I pulled that through the fender here. We're going to follow this side. Goes through this hole in the fender, and down below this cold air intake. So it comes through, intake air temp, mass air, and a little timing pill. The part that comes through the cold air intake over here is a mystery plug. 2 plugs here. It goes to the dreaded TFI module. and into what I believe is called the CCRM, which was kindly tucked below here. At some point, the plastic thing that I believe holds it is gone. And then it goes across here to the electric fan. So I'm going to pull all that out because the Terminator is going to control my fan. I do have to figure out a fuel pump relay because it is in this CCRM. So I'll have to devise probably a new relay instead of trying to reuse that, since this car does not have AC, and some of the AC stuff is in there also. I'll probably have to figure out relays for that too when the day comes for AC. And I'll put a little correction up there if that's not the CCRM. Again, I'm fairly certain it is by where it kind of is and what harness it's into and all that, and the fans on it and all that jazz. So let's see if I can get to pulling some of this, what I would describe as a rat's nest, out of here. Alright, this is the fan connector. I just pulled it out of the fan, and it does split and go to the coolant. I assume, again, a lot of assuming going on tonight, that that's the coolant level sensor. I'm gonna need to keep that, so I will have to, break this harness apart and see what pin it goes to in that plug. And I may, if there's enough of the gauges and stuff that go through that plug that was over there in the back corner over here, I may use that plug. It just depends how much I want to keep, or I can run a new weather pack style connector, which is probably the best bet, since I don't think there's but 1, 2, 3 sensors that I want to keep. Oil pressure, coolant level. I mean, coolant level's not that important. We'll see how ambitious I get. But I didn't want to skip over that this sensor is part of that harness also. I didn't notice that at first. Alright, this is where the harness fun stops for the night. There's the analog brake module. Right there. You can see the brake lines. It goes up. Actually, I didn't look at what this one goes to. But this is ABS. It goes up into this connector right here. Into this harness. And down. Into that harness too, which looks like it's the lights. It does have 2 connectors here, but I'm not fooling with ABS. What I plan on doing is taking all this off, separating that harness from the harness I'm removing, without ever even unplugging this unless it doesn't go to it. I'm going to do a little research, do a little digging. Maybe I can just unplug it here. Not sure yet. But all this stuff, CCRM, and where did the rest of it go? That's the fan. Oh, it's still in the hole there. But we got a lot of it out, and I just don't want to go unplugging ABS stuff, light stuff, and all that. Because yeah, one of these wires that comes through here breaks off, goes to this connector, and is a ABS speed sensor. So I'd rather not lose that. But I got a lot of it out of the way. But I believe, like I said, I can just peel this back, take this old stuff off. Separate the harness, keep it running like it's supposed to, and then relume it without ever really even disturbing it and getting out of here what I don't need and or want. But it is for sure cleaning up in here. There's not much going on anymore. Yeah, so made some pretty good progress for the hour or so I've been out here.